Behind me, there's a complete empty garage, but not for long because we're about to buy every 90s JDM car. All right. It's actually been on my bucket list. I want to fill up this garage full of JDM, like early 90s, maybe early 2000s JDM vehicles. There is a few cars here that we could buy. We're going to start in South and San Andreas. We got the Dinka Canjo. All right. I think this is a 98 or 95 Honda Civic. All right. Definitely going to pick this one up. We got the first car, boys. We got the first car. That one's going to be pretty cool to customize. That one has pretty nice options. Okay. Okay. The Celica GTF. This is definitely one of them. All right, so this car is from the 90s. It's actually a 1995 Lexus SC. All right, so we definitely gonna pick this one up also, boys. Unfortunately, I'm playing on PC, so there is no HSW upgrades, but that's completely fine. All right, is Remus. Yeah, this is definitely one of them. So definitely gonna pick up the Eclipse. This is hands down one of my favorite cars, man. All right. And then we got the Honda Civic hatchback. All right, definitely need to pick this one up. Damn, it's adding up fast, man. We're spending a lot of money on this. It's gonna be worth it though. We don't have any 4-door JDM vehicles, unfortunately. So, all right, let's go to Legendary Motorsports, and you guys already know we got to pick up the Supra here. Ooh, okay, this one for sure. What is it, Nissan 300C or something like that? All right, up next we got the RX7, of course. Definitely gonna have to pick this thing up. Where's the Supra at? Here it is, boys. The Supra Legendary. All right, we're gonna pick this one up in black. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's more cars. Actually, let's check. All right, let's check. Maybe we're missing one. Rockstar removed a bunch of vehicles, so I'm not even sure which one am I missing. But I think we got all of them already. I almost forgot. The R33, of course, man. That's the car that we're missing. I'm sure it looks like a main car that we're missing. So we're going to have to turn the LG into like the retro one. So let's pick this one up also here. Pretty much it for all the cars. I think it's going to be a good collection over here. Awesome. Okay, this is perfect. Let me know down in the comments if I'm missing one, but I think that's pretty much it for the garage here, because we got all 10 cars. We got so many options here, man. We got so many cool cars. I'm not even sure which one to start off. I think we're gonna start with the Honda Civic. All right, first in line here. So let's customize them here in the auto shop. It's gonna be great. Like I said before, this is gonna be, we don't have HSW on PC, unfortunately, because I haven't been able to upgrade migrate my account, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to just do what we got. Of course, we're gonna start with the armor. We're gonna upgrade that 100%. Race brakes, all right, from bumper. Dude, this car has so many options, honestly. Most of these cars are gonna be like race inspired, okay? So we're gonna make it look a little racy, all right? Drift bumper with intercooler looks pretty cool on this. Let's pick that. And then for the rear bumper, let's see. So let's do the tuner bumper for the back. All right. This one does have the option to customize the engine bay, which is pretty cool. Let's you know what? I kind of like the stock air filter. I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty cool. Yeah, we gotta keep that stock, and then we got the valve cover here. Carbon. Yeah, let's do that. Weight reduction. Engine tune level 4, and then we got strut bar. Let's see. I think we might just do carbon for the entire engine bay here. All right. Exhaust. Yeah, maybe the big bore exhaust looks pretty nice. Oh, actually, the chrome big bore exhaust looks pretty cool. I like that. All right, fenders. I think I might just give on the fenders for this car. Yeah, we're gonna keep that stock. And we got the hood here. Let's see which hood I'm gonna go with. I'm not even sure which color I'm gonna paint this car. Actually, I should have done the color first, man. Let's do the interior. Yeah, like I said, this car is gonna be race inspired, so of course we're gonna do the carbon dash stripped interior. Let's pick that. It's pretty cool. The amount of details in here looks pretty nice, dude. I can't wait to see what GTA 6 is gonna look like on the interior of the car, because I know they're like working pretty good on the interior of the car. They're gonna have so many details on that game. Can't wait, man. Hopefully I'm alive by then. We gotta wait a year. All right, let's do carbon weave panel for the door. I like that. Seats. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, do we got carbon seats for this day? Yo, okay. Painted tuner looks pretty nice though. You know, let's pick that, and if anything, we'll change it later. Rally Clubman for the steering wheel. I'm always gonna go with the Rally Clubman. One of my favorite steering wheels. All right, let's upgrade the headlights. This car's looking a little rice right now. All right. Trust the progress. It's gonna get better. The mirrors on this car look tacky. They look too big for this car. Look at those mirrors, man. They look like elephant ears. They're huge. Yeah, I don't know what Rockstar was thinking with this, man. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the stock mirrors to look the best. All right, sport suspension it is. All right, now we could Oh, looks a little bit better. Black actually looks pretty good. It kind of looks like the Fast and Furious Civic, but I've done so many of those cars. I feel like I gotta do something different. Gold looks pretty nice. Actually, I'm gonna go with gold. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Yo, this color looks great. Let's pick a nice roll cage for this thing. You know what? Padded reinforced. All right, I'm gonna do primary sunroof, primary side trim. It's kind of looking clean already, man. I love this color, by the way. Drift skirts, they kind of look all right. Yeah, let's go with drift skirts. All right, we got splitters for the front bumper. The Street MK2 splitters, they look pretty nice. Upgrade the transmission, upgrade the turbo. And then we got the wheels, the Mega Mesh, right? We're done with this one. I like the way it came out. Yo, this looks pretty sick, man. I like this car. Let's do this one up next. The Civic hatchback. This is one of my favorite cars, man. Actually, I like the 95 better, but this one's pretty cool too. All right, let's upgrade the armor 100%. I actually know which color I'm gonna paint this car. So let's do that real quick. This is the color I'm gonna go with. Moss brown. Sport suspension it is. I'm gonna pick that. And let's go all the way up again. Yeah, we got the armor. Let's do race brakes. All right, front bumper. Let's see which one we're gonna go with here. Yeah, full primary splitters. Looks pretty nice. Let's go to the back. Primary trim, subway ring, looks cool. All right, engine upgraded. And then pick a nice exhaust. Let's see. Yeah, chrome big bore. Looks sick, dude. You could actually white body this. I'm not really feeling this too much. I mean, unless you guys are building like a crazy race inspired car, but I'm just gonna keep it clean. I'm gonna do it like that. Looks pretty good like this. Let's go with the intercooler with the water spray. Dude, this car is looking great, man. I love this thing. Carbon street hood. And I'm probably going to do the back too on carbon. Let's see if we have that option. Let's upgrade the headlights here. Let's do the padded full rotation. Primary skirts. Definitely going to have to do carbon trunk. This is the perfect wheels for this car. Sick. I love this thing. All right. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Definitely rock this thing in real life. Let's park it over here. Yo, so far so good. Look at the Hondas, man. They're looking pretty goddamn good. Let's do the Supra. Let's do the Supra, actually. Perfect. All right. I'm just going to start with the suspension, man. I need to get inspired with nice suspension here. So let's do race suspension here real quick. All right. Let's go back up. Let's do race brakes. The Supra on this game doesn't really have that many options, which is kind of not great, but it is what it is. We're going to do the street. Yeah, this one looks pretty nice. Strip built. All right, for the rear bumper, I'm gonna leave that stock and we're gonna add the spots later on. So yeah, race seats with primary cage or secondary cage, so we could change it. You know what, let's do secondary just in case we want a color contrast. Let's upgrade the engine. And then for the exhaust, I'm gonna do one-sided. I feel like it's only right to do the one side on the Supra. So let's do this one here. Perfect. All right, definitely gonna do the rear spats. Performance hood on this. This is gonna be a quick build, man. There's not that many options, but all right, for color, I'm not even sure. I'm probably just gonna do white. There's nothing like a white Supra. Actually, red might look pretty nice on this car, but I feel like this is gonna be too flashy. Let's see how the red looks. Let's do ice white for the Supra. All right, secondary color. This is gonna change the roll cage. Actually, we'll come back to that in a little bit. Trim color. This changes the side. Let's just pick red so it can match the seats. Red for that. Perfect. Carbon lip skirts. And then for the spoiler, the high level spoiler looks pretty cool. Suspension already got that. Transmission upgraded. Gotta put a turbo on this thing, of course. Let's see which wheels we're gonna go with. Giga mesh for the wheels. And there it is, man. Finish another one. Actually, let's park this one next to the Hondas. All right, we got 3 cars down, boys. We got 3 cars down. Look at the lineup over here. All right, let's do the Eclipse next, man. One of my favorite cars, like I said. I just love the way the Eclipse looks. Let's start with the suspension first. Let's do competition, of course. Yeah, we're gonna drop the crap out of this thing, man. This shit looks nice. Do race brakes, perfect. And then we got bumpers. For this car, we're actually gonna put some body kits on this. So let's do street rear bumper. And then for the front one, we're gonna do this one over here, the race alt bumper. Titanium tipped exhaust. Yeah, that's the best option for this thing. Front seats. Let's pick carbon with the secondary cage for now. Shelf skirts. They don't look bad. All right, we got splitters. All right, carbon race with intercooler type 2. Okay, let's pick this one here. Which wheels we're gonna go with? The wagon and paint them white. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, okay, I'm liking this color combo. I like the red with the white. Yeah, we're done with the Eclipse boys. I like this. Even though it's got a body kit on it, it doesn't look too rice. Dude, I love the sound of this car. Competition. All right, go all the way up. Upgrade to your armor. Do race brakes. This car does sound pretty good. Let's keep the street bumper, and then for the rear, I think this car does have the option to put spots too. Oh, we have engine bay. Okay. Actually, the stock one looks pretty nice. We're gonna leave that right there. And let's see what we got here for. Damn, I like this one. All right, secondary. Let's pick that. And then for strut bar, yeah, let's do chrome one, engine 2 and level 4, of course. And then we got the intercooler here. Yeah, let's do it with the water spray. I'm digging this. Do the street exhaust, the carbon ray splitters. Cool. Let's do optional spoiler. Doesn't look too bad. Upgrade the transmission. Upgrade the turbo. Just paint this car black. Yeah, I'm gonna do secondary cage. Okay. Let's do the Giga Mesh wheels. All right, boys, we're done with the RX7. This one took me a long time. It came out pretty good. I like the gold, the red, and the black. I like it, man. It turned out great. Let's do the anus Remus. All right, let's go to suspension. And let's do competition, of course. Okay, gasoline green for the color. Yeah, this color is perfect for this car. Tuner bumper looks pretty cool on this. Sports bumper for the rear. Yeah, I definitely want to have the removed hood like this for this car. Okay, bolt-on arches for the back. Yeah, I like this one here. The MK3 display. Sick. Yeah, full roll cage. We just gotta add some nice wheels, and that's pretty much it for this day. All right, the V4 dished. Those are the ones. We're pretty much done with this one here. I like this build. Looks cool. It's different. Let's do the Lexus next. All right. Sport suspension. You know what? Let's pick race green for this. So we'll leave it like that for now. We'll come back to it. Let's go all the way up and upgrade the armor here. We'll do race brakes. All right. Front bumper. The street front bumper for this thing looks the best. Let's see what we got for the rear. Let's do race diffuser. Okay. Oh, this one also has the option to customize the engine bay, which is pretty cool. Yo, there's so many options for the engine bay. Let's do carbon. Street exhaust. Do the water spray, of course. Yeah, the hood options on this, they look a bit right. I guess we could do the street hood. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, let's leave that one here. Interior. Carbon, of course. Dials. Let's pick this one here. The dash gauge. I'm gonna do plastic splitter. I feel like this ones are too damn aggressive. Actually, doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what? Let's do the carbon race splitters. It looks very freaking aggressive. All right, let's pick the hyper fresh. All right, definitely gonna paint them black. The white definitely looks better than the green. I was trying to make the green work, but it didn't work. It didn't work at all. I like it. I like the color combo. You can never go wrong with a white car. Let's do the Celica next. Damn, it sounds pretty nice. Let's do competition, of course. Let's do ultra blue. This bumper looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna pick that. All right, for the back. Yeah, actually, you know what? This car has pretty nice options. I don't think I've customized this car before. Carbon GT MK2 bumper for the rear. Damn, this thing's looking pretty nice. The race exhaust looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like a Supra, right? Carbon low GT hood looks pretty cool. I'm liking this build. All right, for the interior, let's do carbon, of course. And then for the doors, also gonna pick carbon. Okay, padded roll cage. Yeah, I'm liking this thing. Yeah, this came out great. I like it. I'm gonna do yellow for this for sure. I don't think this car has that many options. All right, let's do competition suspension. The drop is not that much, but hey, it is what it is. Looks cool. All right. Yeah, the theme for this thing is gonna be yellow and black. Did you guys know that this car shares the same headlights as the Lamborghini Diablo? That's pretty crazy, right? It's like literally the same headlights. All right, carbon skirt to this. Looks nice. Splitters for the front. Tell me we have a nice option. Carbon competition looks pretty cool. And then the spoiler here. Yeah, the spoilers look weird as hell, man. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave the stock spoiler for this thing. All right, I'm gonna do the Giga Mesh for this and just paint them black. I feel like that's gonna look great. Unfortunately, this car doesn't have cool options, man. Like the interior would have been nice to put like a roll cage in there or something like that. It would have been so sick, but it is what it is, man. All right, we're gonna have to do the Benny's upgrade. Of course, we had to leave the best for last. All right, let's do the retro custom. Hell yeah, brother. All right, suspension. This is competition. This car is gonna be midnight purple. I feel like that's the only color that looks pretty goddamn good on this thing. So let's go to metallic and do midnight purple. Yeah, look at the color on this, bro. All right, I'm gonna do split it with con orange for the front bumper, and then for the rear bumper, I'm gonna skip on that for now. Bumper mesh, logo monster intercooler, and okay. Headlight trim, carbon headlight duct, twin vented front fenders, engine, yeah, carbon valve covers, and yeah, purple for the pulleys. This one here, engine tune level 4, of course, and then exhaust. I'm just gonna do the side race exhaust. Looks pretty nice. Race extreme hood. Yeah, for sure. This one looks pretty nice. Carbon doors. Don't mind if I do. Carbon seats, and then padded full roll cage. I'm telling you guys, man, this freaking car looks great. Carbon classic RS way. Already got the suspension, upgraded transmission, upgraded turbo. Dude, I love this car, man. And then for the wheels, we're gonna do Giga Mesh. We're gonna leave them exactly like that. We could also paint them white if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the wheels just like that right there. Simple build, but it looks pretty freaking good, man. I love the way this car looks with the purple. All right, boys, and there it is. We completed the full JDM garage, and I think it came out great. I might change the colors. I might change the customization options on some of these. Some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are not that cool, but yeah, let me know down in the comments what do you guys think, which one is your favorite one. Yeah, they all came out pretty goddamn good, man. My favorite one is definitely the GTR, the purple GTR. Yeah, I think my two favorite ones are definitely the GTR and the hatchback Honda Civic. I love the color of this car. Yeah, they all look beautiful. The Eclipse looks pretty nice too with the red and the white. And of course, we got the RX7 here. I think I might change the color of the RX7. All right, boys, and that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.